Okay, here we go. Here's my first recording at the beach. It's a little bit overcast, but I think it's a perfect day for it because it's not too busy. It's also not too windy, so I hope you can actually hear me all right with the microphone. We're going to start standing at the top of the mat, comfortable standing positions. You can have the feet underneath the hips, or you can have toes together, heels apart, which is what I like to do, and then dropping the hands down to the sides of the body. Maybe close the eyes if that's comfortable, otherwise you can just keep them at a soft gaze, and we'll take a deep inhale through the nose and an exhale through the nose. And then on your next inhale, lift the shoulders towards the ears. Exhale, roll them back and down. We're going to take that 3 times. Inhale, shoulders to ears. Exhale, back and down. Shoulders to ears, inhaling. Exhale, back and down. And then take an inhale, sweep the arms above the head. And then as you exhale, dive down into a forward fold. Keep a soft bend in the knees. Maybe give the head a little bit of a shake. Say yes, say no. And then we'll inhale to a halfway lift. So you can come to fingertips or place the hands on the shins. Exhale as you soften back down. Plant the hands into the floor. Step back right leg, step back left leg. Finding your plank position. If plank is too much, you can lower the knees here. Otherwise, spreading the fingers wide, gaze between the hands. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, lower through your knees, chest, chin, or send the shoulders over the fingertips. Lower through your chaturanga. Inhale to your upward facing dog or cobra. Exhaling, downward facing dog. You can take a little pedal into the feet here, and then eventually find your stillness. Sending the tailbone up towards the ceiling. Drishti comes towards the belly button or the upper thighs. So I'm going to take 3 breaths, inhaling for 1. Exhale 1. Inhale 2. Exhale 2. Inhale 3. Exhale 3. Looking between the hands. You can step, jump or float to the top of the mat. Inhaling to a halfway lift. Again, fingertips or shins. Exhale, soften down. Inhale, root to rise, sweep the arms above the head. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhaling as you reach tall. Exhale, dive down, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, this time stepping back with the right leg, lower the knee down. And if you want to, you can keep the fingertips down on the floor, or you can inhale, sweep the fingertips towards the ceiling or the sky if you're outside. Gaze can either be forwards, or you can take the gaze up towards the ceiling. I'm going to take 3 breaths, inhaling. Exhaling. Breath number 2. Breath number 3. And then on the exhale, place the hands down on the ground. You're going to tuck the back toes, lift the back knee, plant the hands into the floor, and then sweep that left leg up towards the ceiling. 3-legged dog. Inhale at the top. And then exhale, bring left knee in towards the chest, 3-legged plank. Inhale, left toes back high, 3-legged dog. Exhale, 3-legged plank. One more. Inhale, 3-legged dog. Exhale, this time step the left foot in between the hands and turn the back foot out roughly 45 degrees. You're going to soften into that front knee. Come up to find your Virabhadrasana 1, your warrior 1. So you want to keep some weight in that front big toe. Take an inhale and an exhale. Another 2 breaths. Again, gaze can be forwards or up towards the fingers. Final inhale. As you exhale, interlace the fingers behind the back of the body. You're going to inhale, lift the chest, and exhale, send the crown of the head forwards and down to the inside edge of that front foot, finding your humble warrior. Arms come over the top behind you. And taking a few breaths. And then release the interlace of the fingers. Bring the right hand to the inside edge of the front foot. Come onto the balls of the back toes and send the left fingertips towards the ceiling into your revolved side angle. You want to keep that back knee straight, so you're reaching that heel away from you. And then when you're ready, framing that front foot, lower the back knee down. We're coming back to this low lunge, staying on the fingertips. Inhale to lift the chest. And then as you exhale, soften back, extend that front leg. You might decide to flex the foot. Inhale as you come forwards. Exhale to come back. One more, inhaling forwards. Exhale, coming back. And we're going to hold this half Hanuman, this half splits. Again, so if the foot is flexed, you might decide to bring the little toe a little closer towards you. And you might decide to floss in and out of that flex and that point. That can feel quite good. From here, you're going to bring the left hand to the inside edge of the front foot. So you've got both hands on the inside edge of the foot. You're going to find that compression to lift that left leg and then carry it out behind you. Adjust that left hand. So you'll come to this tabletop position with the left leg released. You're going to keep the foot flexed and then reach the right fingertips forwards. Finding that stability, keeping that flat back, length from heel to fingertips. And then lower that right hand down. Tuck the toes on the right leg, take an inhale. And as you exhale, left leg comes up towards the ceiling, three-legged dog. Bend the knee, open the hip. Gaze can come underneath that left armpit. And then slowly releasing, stepping that left foot to the outside edge of the left hand, right foot to the outside edge of the right hand into your malasana, your little squat. So you can take a shift side to side. And if you'd like to take this more passively, you can bring the elbows to the inside edge of the knees, hands to heart center. I'm going to take it more actively. Hands come behind the head. So you've got to use your glutes to keep the knees pressing out. And then from here, you're going to bring the left elbow to the left knee. Try and bring it to the inside of the knee. And then you're going to round the spine. As you transition over towards the other side, open up the elbows. Return back to center, and we'll take this in the other direction. So right elbow to right knee, rounding the spine, find that curve. Transition over, back to center. Let's take it once more each side, over to the left. Find that rounding in the back, open to the right. Center, over to the right. Rounding the back, over to the left. Back to center, reach the hands forwards. Place them down on the floor. You're going to step, jump or float back into a downward dog, but I want you to keep the feet wide. So about the width of the mat here. Send the pelvis up towards the ceiling. You can press the chest towards the legs. And then look between the hands, step, jump or float to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, soften down. Inhale, root to rise, sweep the arms high. Exhale, hands to heart center. We'll come into the second side. Inhale to reach tall. Exhale, dive down, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, stepping back with the left leg. This time, lower the knee down. Low lunge. So again, option to keep the fingertips down on the floor, or inhaling to sweep the fingertips high. Taking 3 breaths here. And keep pressing into the top of that back foot. And try and keep that front knee coming out over the toe. Gaze can be forwards or towards the sky. And then framing that front foot, plant the hands into the floor, tuck the back toes and lift the knee. And then you're going to sweep that right leg up towards the sky. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, bring right knee in towards the chest, three-legged plank. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee towards the chest, three-legged plank. One more, inhale, right leg high. Exhale, this time you step that right foot in between the hands, back foot turns out roughly 45 degrees. Soften into that right knee. You're coming up Virabhadrasana 1, your warrior 1. So you want to keep the outer edge of the back foot planted into the floor if you can. Back knee is straight. Taking a few breaths. And then when you're ready, interlacing the fingers behind the back. Inhale to lift the chest. Exhale, crown of the head drops forwards and down to the inside edge of the front foot, finding your humble warrior. Again, keeping that back knee straight. And then slowly release the interlace of the hands. Bring that left hand to the inside edge of the front foot, right fingertips towards the ceiling. You're coming onto the balls of the back toes. Gaze towards the top hand. And then lowering the back knee down. You're going to frame that front foot. Inhale to lift the breastbone. Exhale as you soften back, find the half splits option to extend or flex that front foot. Inhale as you come forwards. Exhale to take it back. One more, inhaling forwards. Exhale, take it back. And think about drawing that little toe back towards you. You might decide to floss with the flexion and extension of the front foot. And then when you're ready, bringing that right hand to the inside edge of the front foot. You're going to find that compression, lift the leg, and then carry it out behind you. Adjust that right hand, all fours with the right leg released, keeping the foot flexed, and then reach the left fingertips forwards. So you find that length all the way from the fingertips to the heel. Little tip is to spread the fingers wide on the hand that's down on the ground. It's going to help you keep a bit more balance. Use the fingers for balance. And then place the left hand down, tuck the left toes, inhale right leg up towards the sky. Exhale, bend the knee, open the hip, gaze can come underneath that right armpit. And then slowly easing off, stepping that right foot to the outside edge of the right hand, left foot to the outside edge of the left hand into your malasana. So again, option to keep it passive. You can use the elbows on the inside edges of the knees, maybe keep the hands down if you need a bit more support for balance here. Otherwise, bring the hands behind the head. Adductors are working to keep the knees pressing out, and we're going to drop the right elbow to the inside edge of the right knee, around the back. Find that curve as you bring it over towards the left side, and returning to center. And take it the other way. Left elbow to the left knee. Bring it all the way forwards, over towards the right, and back, over to the right. Bring it forwards, left, center, final one, left, bring it forwards, right, and center, and then reaching the fingertips forwards. Place the hands down. We're going to step, jump, or float back into that wide-legged downward facing dog. Pelvis comes high. Press the chest towards the legs. Look between the hands, step, jump, or float. Top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, soften down. Inhale, root to rise, sweep the arms high. Exhale, hands to heart center. And just taking a few moments here for yourself. You can release the hands down to the sides of the body. If you're covered in sand like me, just give your hands a bit of a brush. I just wanted to jump on here and say thank you if you've been doing my classes, and I hope you're enjoying them. If you are, feel free to like the videos and also subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on future classes. Any feedback or comments you can leave in the comment section below. There is also a little link in the description box where you can leave donations if you're feeling generous. Donations are extremely appreciated. It means that I can continue to record and share these classes with you. And I hope to see you back here soon for some more classes.